Hey everybody, this is your daily dose of all things royal. Breaking news! Archie is neglected once again while Prince Harry goes off to Texas to attend a Grand Prix race of some sort. Welcome back, my gorgeous, good-looking friends. Apparently worthy of flooding my news feed is this breaking news of Harry being spotted looking enthusiastic at the racetrack in Austin, Texas this afternoon. Is this newsworthy? No. Does anybody care? No. You're probably asking, why am I talking about it? Well, I'm talking about it to point out that Harry is never with his kids. And how crappy is it that he always goes to these fun events and he never takes Archie? To me, I don't think this deserves Father of the Year award. Do you? And by looking at this video, I do believe that we found Harry and Meghan's audience in the middle of bumfuck America. As you can see, these folks look like as if they've never seen a celebrity before. Now, Austin, Texas is not bumfuck America, but people come from bumfuck America who enjoy this Formula One NASCAR American event. As you can see, Harry's fully in his element because he thinks he's a top dog in middle of America, but you know, when you look at it, it's just so cringe, in my opinion. And notice the claw is not with him. So again, all these rumors that have been swirling around that these two have been separated gets reinforced when you see Harry doing these PR stunts out by himself. You know, at least bring your son to show maybe you just want to spend some time alone with your son without the claw. But, you know, these types of so-called sporadic spottings, you know, really we all know that it's not genuine, and I don't think that he looks well. From what I can tell, Harry was given 2 tickets and he chose to bring Heather Dorak's husband, seen right there. Harry could have very well brought his son, but he chose not to. I'm willing to bet that these tickets were not given to Harry because of who he is. They were actually given to Alex Robichaud, or I like to call Alex Robichok, CEO of Better Up. And this is part of the Better Up Dog and Pony show in which the executives go to events such as this to schmooze and network. And this is exactly what this is about. Can I just pause for a second and say, how dumb does Alex look in that stupid looking blue Mercedes hat? I'm sorry, but I mean, I know he's the CEO of Better Not, but like, come on, man. The cheese is just coming out of every orifice. Like, what's going on with his pants? They're too short to be wearing with those sneakers. Like, I could see loafers and no socks, but that just looks like he is standing with a stick up his butt. It just looks so awkward. And Harry looks like such a sourpuss. Like, why would you bring this guy anywhere with you? I mean, does this look like a man who is enjoying networking and trying to hobnob with Better Up in doing this? No, he looks absolutely miserable. This one looks like he's smelling his wife's farts. Like, what's wrong with him? The other thing I'm noticing is that this guy looks bloated, almost as if he's hungover, which the probability of that, more than likely. In my opinion, I don't think Harry did such a good job at faking enjoying himself. He looks more annoyed than anything else. I'm sorry, but Harry does not look well. If you look at this photo, you can see his eyes look sunken in and they look dark. You know, he's got more wrinkles than he should for a 39-year-old man. His skin really does look blotchy and dry. It does not look healthy, in my opinion. Yo, I'm not buying it. This smile here is definitely forced. And you know that because almost every other photo has him looking pissed off. This is not an accident. I do believe that something's going on and all is not well in Casa Olive Garden in Montecito. Like, they'd be stupid to think the public believes the BS that they keep putting out there of how perfect their marriage is and how in love they are. But then again, we have people in middle America acting like this, so perhaps maybe they see Meghan and Harry as these superstars. Middle America is very different from New York and LA. In LA, it's a bubble in itself. The perception's very distorted, and being that Meghan and Harry have yes men around them all day long, it's no wonder why they find it a shock when they go to like New York and they get no attention from us. Like, we really don't care. And, you know, we're the opposite extreme. We see it how it is, we call it how it is, and that's it. We keep moving. Which brings me to this pity play that Meghan's PR team has pushed out here. Like, no one cares that this woman is cracking under pressure. She did this all herself. So, woe is me. You're not going to get any sympathy from people here, at least in New York. And they want us to believe that it's Harry who's pushing for his family to move to New York City. That is never going to happen because Meghan knows that she cannot make it here in New York City. She doesn't have the grit, nor does she have the tough skin. And being that they've pissed off so many people here, there's no way that Megsy will make it into New York elite high society. Ain't no way. And on top of it, you have folks like myself who gladly will campaign to keep NYC megatrash free. Now, Meghan and Harry can try all they want to shut people down online, but if these two do decide to come here, I'm going to tell you this right now, I will be asking for volunteers to help me paper flyer the entire city exposing the lies and the destruction that Meghan has caused over the last 6 years, and asking the city, do they want this trash infiltrating the city using taxpayer-funded money for their security as well as exploiting our community and youth? I don't think so. I'll even take it a step further by getting shirts made boycotting this couple and passing them out to the migrants and the homeless people so these two can get the message that they are not welcomed here in this city. And whoever thought that it's a good idea to push out now this pity play and getting people to feel sorry for Meghan because she's purposely losing weight to fulfill this Diana 2.0 sick, twisted fantasy, you're opening Pandora's box when you ask the question, what's wrong with Meghan? I mean, that can go in so many different directions that I don't think you want to even provoke that conversation. I can think of a lot of things that are wrong with Meghan, so let's not go there. Just know that the majority do not care and think that Meghan needs help as well as needs to stay away from the youth, period. I think the biggest gripe that I have with this whole entire saga is the role that the media played in carrying out Meghan and Harry's manipulations and lies, and still doing it in a way that is gaslighting the public. Jack Royston knows exactly what he's doing, and he writes these articles to get clicks, and he does continue to regurgitate the narratives and taking the side of the Sussexes. I'm not going to go into reading this, but this journalist knows that he's gaslighting, and he's writing these articles using the same sources that are continuing on these false narratives, doubling down on the lies that they have told before. I can't imagine that Jack Royston is that stupid to not see what other people are saying and coming to the realization that he is on the wrong side of history. But, he's doing this because this is how he pays his bills. And if he can get a reaction out of people, then, of course, make the piece divisive. Gaslight the audience. That way people are going to read it. Does this make him a serious journalist? Not in my eyes. Do you think he cares? No. He's getting paid and, he's got to do what he's got to do. At the end of the day, this is all paper to wipe your butt with when you go to the bathroom, in my opinion. And I'm sure many people ask the question, well, why do you talk about them? Well, I talk about them because I'm interested, not interested in seeing what they're doing or caring what they're doing. I'm interested in seeing how much lower can they go, because just when you think that they've hit the lowest of the low, they end up doing something more vile and despicable. And it needs to be called out because they keep putting this stuff out into the public. And I'm a part of the public, meaning the community, and I should have every right to comment and critique what they put out, because the public space is a space shared by all. So if they are going to push out their faces in the public in front of my face, then I have every right to share my opinion or thought on what they're pushing out there, because they are technically invading our spaces. So we have every right to come back and critique it. That's why I talk about it. I talk about it to bring awareness, to point out the hypocrisy, and to show that what we're seeing is not real. It's not the truth. And I'm going to continue to keep calling them out. I'm going to continue to keep talking about why they are a bad influence on society. And until they recognize the wrongs that they have committed over the last 6 years, it's not going to stop. This couple has no business talking about parenting when they themselves do not demonstrate that they're putting their kids as priority. And as you see in the last couple of photos that I've shown you, what parent deny their children in such a way that they are missing out on moments that they will never, ever have the opportunity again in their life to have? And I think that Harry and Meghan are despicable human beings to do that to two innocent alleged phantom children. At this point, the public does feel sorry for those two little hostages if they really do exist. And that's just my opinion. The one thing that we can get satisfaction out of is knowing that both of them are miserable. Nothing is working out the way that they wanted. And, quite frankly, the world is laughing at them. That doesn't mean that we should take our eye off of what they're doing, because it's what they're not saying is what we have to be worried about. And those are the things by going around pushing policy, trying to implement regulation around our free speech. I mean, that type of control, they've been on the DL about. Those are the things that we have to pay attention to. All this other stuff that they keep pushing out in our faces is all distraction. So, my eyes are always peeled for seeing what the nefarious, archwell, fraudulent public charity is doing. And, I'll definitely keep communicating that out. But what do you guys think? Do you see the decline of this couple? What are your thoughts happening towards the end of the year? Do you think that these two are separated? Personally, I think they're already separated. They're doing what Jada and Will Smith are doing by not telling anyone. And we'll probably find out like 5 years down the road that they haven't been together. But like right now, nobody believes that this couple in any way are still happily married. In fact, we know that they are not happily married just by seeing the looks and the deterioration of both Harry and Meghan. I mean, Meghan, she's purposely causing the weight loss because she's getting ready for the whole Diana post-divorce era. I think WME is truly pushing hard on that narrative, because what else do they have left? Meghan has burned so many bridges, and Hollywood wants nothing to do with her. And, I'd be shocked if Kris Jenner, the rumor flying around that they will have Meghan on the show of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now, if that is really the case, then Keeping Up with the Kardashians might be struggling for ratings, which is probably the truth. But if they bring Meghan on, be sure for the show to tank even further, because we all know that anything that touches the Harkles, they are so toxic that, things collapse afterwards. So, if I were Kris Jenner, I would stay far away, because Meghan has the reverse Midas touch. So I think the Kardashians need to proceed with caution. But anyhow, what do you guys think? Do you think that this was a PR stunt by Hazmat? I do. I think they haven't been in the news in the last 24 hours and they had to do something. Obviously, there's going to be more propaganda flooding the media this week about Meghan and Harry, because we all know Meghan's paying for it. The good thing is we're guaranteed more laughs, because that's what it's become, a comedy show. And with all the craziness going on in the world, we have to find humor somewhere. So if it's here, then let's laugh away. But what do you guys think? Definitely leave your thoughts below, and you know it. As always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
It was such a fraud.